Daji, namaste.
Namaste, Swati.
Thank you for joining us today to talk about this meditation and health in honor of Doctor's Day. So my name is Dr. Swati Kannan, and I am a surgical dermatologist in San Diego, California. I have been a Heartfulness trainer for 2 years and a practitioner for 10. So I'm really delighted to speak to you today. And for the audience, Daji is the global guide for Heartfulness meditation. So welcome.
Thank you, Swati. Thank you, and happy Doctor's Day.
You speak of the purification of consciousness as perhaps the ultimate goal of meditation. So can you define that a little bit more?
Well, I would quote Swami Vivekananda before going into further description of it. He says, any spiritual practice, they all have one common goal. And that common goal is to allow available consciousness to soar higher into superconscious sky. And allow this available consciousness that I am enjoying right now to go or plunge deeper into the oceans of subconsciousness. See, if this meditation that I am doing is truly a vehicle for my evolution, then through this meditation I should be able to raise my superconsciousness. At the same time, I must be able to expand within my subconsciousness. So that's how I increase the spectrum, the width of my spectrum, going in both directions, you see. And the time comes, it becomes infinite. That is total evolution. See, often we talk of evolution and say, what is the purpose of human life? So, logically we can come to one conclusion. See, this body cannot evolve. For it to evolve, it will take millions of years. But during my lifetime, it is not going to physically evolve. It will only age. Going forward, I can only decay, become weaker and weaker and weaker. Now, what is behind this body, as I was just saying, out behind this physical body, there were 3 other bodies we talked about, based on the 4 elements, Manas, Buddhi, Chit and Ahankar. Manas means mind, Buddhi means intellect, Chit is consciousness, and Ahankar is ego. Out of these 4, 3 things, Manas, Buddhi and Ahankar, they play out on a canvas of Chit or consciousness. And behind this there is the soul. And now it is said that soul is eternal, pure, unchanging, immutable. That means it cannot evolve. Things which is immutable cannot change, cannot be transformed. So, my body cannot evolve and change. I'm sure it can change, but it cannot evolve. Soul cannot evolve because it is immutable. So what are we playing with in human life? We are playing with these inner bodies, Manas, Buddhi, Chit and Ahankar. The main thing is Chit. And how Chit or consciousness evolves by taking the help of Manas, Buddhi and Ahankar. We make use of our own ego for my own evolution. If I allow this ego to prevail on someone, for example, I get angry on someone for whatever reason, I'm using my ego to prevail and to assert myself. But that is going to hurt others, and you will also be hurt in the process. You contract, your consciousness will also contract, you will feel hurt despite the fact that you wanted to hurt others, but getting angry has made you angry. Getting angry had made you sad, and it will contract your consciousness. If you look at using the Manas, What is the role of manas or the mind? It is to think. Now, when this manas evolves, what happens to its function of thinking? We move from thinking to feeling. You see? Usually we think rather than feel things first. Have you seen the difference between your father and mother? Father is a thinking fellow. Mother is a feeling lady.
Right.
Right? And you must have seen also, and others also you can contribute to this conclusion, that when you are talking to someone and when you have a lot of problems and in a business world or at job, and you keep this thing in your mind for a long time, and your wife or your mother or your sister tells you, why are you you look so troubled? Your sister or your wife or your mother might tell you, oh, this is the solution. Even before you share the entire story, halfway through they are able to tell you the whole solution of it. Because they are able to feel things. And through feeling, I think you are able to come to the right conclusion. So by the way, my side comments would be on this, who is more evolved, a female or male? Okay. So I would say one who has more expertise in feeling things is more evolved.
Okay. So a woman who feels more, you would say, is more evolved. So they should.
I would say the same thing. If man was thinking instead of, I mean, if he was more feeling, then there'll be competition then. See. Yeah. So now that is about manas or the mind. What about the intellect, buddhi? What happens to intellect or buddhi when it evolves itself? It changes its face in stages, and it becomes wisdom. See, the difference between a wise man and intellectual man is only this. Intellectual man will go on thinking and intellectualizing things so often. But a wise man will come to conclusion instantly. You tell him the problem through his wisdom, which is based on his lifelong experience, will tell you, oh, this is how it should be done. Okay. So in all these things, how mind, when it is regulated, how a mind which is focused, how a mind which can logically reason out, can come to a right conclusion, how the intellect is utilized through intelligence, to intuition, to wisdom. All these steps, they open up during meditation. Okay. And especially those things will be opened up towards you, in front of you rather, with the highlighter. You know what comes with highlighter? Our mistakes. When you meditate, all those things get highlighted. Oh, I made this mistake, I made that mistake, which is good. Face them and resolve that, okay, henceforth I will not do this again. And a man of meditation will have certainly a willpower. He may fail once, he may fail twice, he may fail 100 times. Doesn't matter. But as long as you keep on saying that I will improve myself, make this a resolution, and one day will come. You will change once and for all.
Yeah. Well, thank you, and namaste. And for those of the members and audience who are watching this for the first time and are interested in meditation, you can go to heartfulness.org and click on experience. There you will find ways to meditate with the guide, or if you want to try it yourself. So thank you again.
Thank you, Swati. Thank you.
Okay.